Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Here we go.
Hey, welcome all you architects of fate. I wanted to say that we are back. We have Star Trek Bajor Rising. The episode is named Fever. And the crew of the USS Odyssey is confronting the harsh realities on the Bajor colony of Talveen 5 Beta, where the dangers are extended far beyond the unforgiving climate. Colonists are deeply divided, poisoning a threat potentially more perilous than the environment or even Cardassian raids. Now, joining me tonight, we have an excellent cast, so please allow me to introduce our fine players as I look in the wrong direction. If you want to say who you are and what little bit about yourself. Destiny, why don't you go first since you're on the screen?
Yep, I'm Destiny. I will be playing Lieutenant Aara. A little bit about me. Well, my character is a Betazoid, who's learning to be wanting to be a ship's counselor one day, but she wants to do medical things like that. A bit about me: I used to be a firefighter EMT, so I kind of connect to that character really well.
Okay. And joining us next, hopefully if his entire network is not infected with Borg nanites or just doesn't have to pay as you go Latinum because he just rented his internet time, is Darth Sarcastic.
Yo, Steve here, playing Lieutenant Nells, Bajoran, bit of a war-torn kind of guy. But he always comes prepared with the right idea. The right weapon. Sorry.
Okay, and then Nathaniel, you are. I'm gonna have to change it, but you're playing someone tonight, I hope.
Yeah, my name's Nathaniel. I will be playing Ula Glory, a human medic with a prosthetic arm and prosthetic eye, and she is a medic on this weird planet. But I'm here to heal and see what
Okay.
happens.
You're here to heal personally or professionally. Is this a personal healing or a
I'll
professional
start with
healing?
professionally. Start with one and then work my
Okay,
way
got
there.
it. And then rounding out the cast, MSU Supercam.
Hey everybody, I'm Cam. I'm repossessing the body of Melkor Ra Gorthar, the Frosian xenobiologist of the USS Odyssey. He was possessed by a dear friend of mine from way back. Cello Puck played him last week, and so if he's watching, I'd like to thank him for his stepping in and possessing my body. Ra Gorthar is mostly a xenobiologist, but he's interested in sediments and soils as well, which happen to work out nicely for this colony world. And yeah, I hope to pick up the pieces of whatever Cello Puck did with me.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll remember that too much. When we last left, we have a distinct split in what we can do. When last week, there was an accident at the agricultural site, and it injured Lieutenant Higbee, and also Jim is not with us tonight, so he had some other things he needed to attend to. So his character did actually have psychic shock from last week, and has passed out and is talking about fire zombies on the Odyssey. So he
Don't worry, we got
medication. There's a lot of Thorazine. And then what is all?
Either that or it's just another Tuesday.
It might be another Tuesday. Yeah, it's true. It's on a Galaxy class ship. Things get pretty blasé. Things get pretty epic. Let me see. And Lieutenant Eason and Lieutenant Galoy both chased after a Bajoran who had Joran Pell, who, upon seeing one of his friends injured by the plasma generator going off and wounding her, finally snapped. He then started talking. He had a crisis of faith. He actually lost his faith in the prophets and tore off whatever. I don't know the name of the earring. I always just call it the earring. I know it's a paw something. I'm almost certain of it. But he tore it off, and then he started just going toward the grass fire that is on the horizon that Lieutenant Brator is working to put out. And at that point, Lieutenant Izan, I believe, dropped him with a phaser, just to help him find peace, as it were.
Oh, he found peace.
I'm sorry. Did you say someone dropped Brator
not
with a
Brator,
phaser?
Joran Pell. Brator is out on the horizon. But the person that you and Ula and Lieutenant Galoy and Izan were both pursuing Jordan because he was running toward the fire. He basically felt like he lost it, and Izan finally, I think you did just medicate him with a Nadion radiation. He fell asleep. Ula, while you were there, you were able to pick up on traces of some mineral in the soil. With your when you were scanning Jordan a little bit, you also picked up on some traces of mineral in the soil that was unusual. And it had some level of what I call psychic residue in it. It's operating on those wavelengths assigned to creatures with telepathy. And Izan had also raised her mental defenses to not be overwhelmed by Joran's. Oh, right. Thanks. Which way do I have to go? I have to go to this side. No, I have to go to this side. Thank you.
Your other left.
Thank
There
you so
go.
much. Yeah, left, right these are very confusing concepts to me. But Izan tried to raise her mental shields and felt some really strong waves of nastiness surrounding her. And Galoy, that's when you kind of picked up on those resonance traces in the soil that were probably affecting Izan. Izan. Okay, I think that's got most of us where we need to be. And then to take us to the one single player, Nells, you were at the landing pad when Azara and Brator got the call. Azara, Ula, and Brator got the call for emergency, for medical emergency. They took off, but while this was happening, Azara was being engaged by these two people, the older woman. I'll pop them up here so you can actually see them. The older woman that you talked to, and who was definitely totally not a cultist, and Nui Forchui, who seemed to be very odd and malevolent. It seemed to actually be for all the world, you thought it looked like he was really focused intently on the lieutenant before she was called away. So you didn't need to intervene. All right, so team, what would we like to do? Would we like to try and pick up on Nellis's bit of the story, and you guys can become characters in his bit? Would that be okay?
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
We'll figure out who's who and what's what, because I right now don't have a whole lot in the way of, well, I've got the first officer, also the Bajorans. I've got the captain and the freighter crew that you guys can grab. We have the screw up science officer who's come back from being mortally wounded. So those are all there. Nells, what I'm going to do though is have you on the landing pad. Eza and Nui have watched the shuttle fly away, and they're going to be, I think they're going to start trying to head back into the settlement. And so it's up to you kind of what you want to do at this point. And I'm praying you're not frozen. Yep, I threw the spotlight to him. Boom.
It's just a concept of the internet.
By God, I'm centered in my frame now, okay? I've done all this work.
Skype rolled a 20. His Skype rolled a 20.
Skype definitely rolled like several in a row. Well, all I'm going with is I'm going to wait for him to rejoin. We're going to pick your guys' butts up then. I'm just gonna do that for what we need to do. Okay then. All right, Steven's back. Hold on.
Berg. All right.
How you doing?
We'll figure it out one day.
Okay.
I'm guessing it was the wind. That's going to be my excuse.
Yes. So Nells, the older Bajoran woman and the younger Bajoran boy, who seem to be, you're getting some weird body language off him without even having to make a roll, because you got like security 3 or 4, right?
That sounds about right. Security 4.
Security 4. I'm going to say that, without even looking, you also know about Borg. So that's one of the cool things Security 4 gets you. So they're trying to keep that shit under wraps.
I know about Borg, did you say?
Well, you know more than you'd know something more like what a viewer of the show would know. That kind of thing. Knowing Bajor, knowing implants on site. I shouldn't even muddy the waters on that. I apologize. I'm just saying that I'll tend to give you general knowledge based on one of your stats, so you don't have to necessarily roll. If
Got
that
it.
makes sense. Okay. So anyway, Nui is seriously looking at that shuttle, and his eyes are just locked on and tracking it. And not in what I'd call a normal Bajoran way.
Not even like, gee, I'm fascinated by this thing.
This is more of a hunger.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, you've seen a lot of hungry people. You are Bajoran, and that is.
Yeah, this is a
Recognize
different
that.
hunger. I don't like this one.
Yeah, no, he's an odd duck.
And what is Essa doing?
S is kind of well, I mean, you've S is just sort of hanging around with him. I mean, she's actually, it looks like she's kind of following his lead. She's not trying to go anywhere until he she was following him.
Okay.
And I don't know if you'd yeah, you had interacted with them, and there was a different power dynamic not too long ago. But Nui's going to start moving off now. And actually, they'll start moving off to the settlement, and that's also in the same general direction that the shuttle flew off into.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say it's a big old line.
All right. I'm going to approach the first officer.
Approach the first officer? Okay. Who wants to be no-nonsense Ella Thorne?
I wouldn't mind. I threw it in the Skype chat, but
Oh, you throw everything in the Skype chat. Like, I've got
yeah. I said I'll take.
If no
the
one
first
wants
officer.
her, I'll
No
take the
one
first
wants
officer.
her.
That sounds a lot like that Klingon when Riker showed up.
That's passive aggressive
That's
character request.
okay. All right.
If
Well,
no
you grab
one
Ella. Everyone
wants
else
her-
will go as we go. Okay, Nells, up you go.
What's up, Lieutenant?
Well, about those two. I had a chat with them a while back. And even as a Bajoran, they kind of weird me out. I'm not necessarily super into our religion, but I'm pretty sure they're not with the prophets. I'm pretty sure they're working for the other side. They mentioned a book, and I don't remember the. Let me put my head where you can see it. I don't remember the name of the officer who read the book and his face blew off or whatever, but my character would probably remember the name.
That'd be Felix.
Yeah, Felix was not a happy camper when he read that book.
Right.
Yeah, and we
But
almost
they're-
had it replicated too. So
Oh, that was
we gotta be-
Felix died of a replicator accident.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
well, no, but they've been wondering when he's coming back to help them out.
He is
and-
Felix.
And every so often I hear these caves mentioned. I don't know, something just not right.
Hmm.
And-
And you said they're headed off right now towards where our shuttle just went.
Yeah, it looks like they're headed off towards the settlement.
Hmm.
I'm concerned about that.
Yeah, that's a little concerning because we just had that communicator chatter about some accident out there, and I don't know if they're involved in that or not, but I'd hate to let them go there and do any more mischief.
Well, they might get around to that.
I don't know. I should probably, well, why don't you go? I should probably stay with these other Bajoran representatives so that there's a one Federation person left here.
Again, I gotta ask a question about who was the? I think you pointed out he was the religious guy here. Was that Jordan Pell or something like that? I forget his name.
No, that was. Let me see if I can dig him up. It wasn't. Jordan was a nice engineer. He was. All he wanted to do was like play in the dirt.
Okay. Was it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Graffer Olwam. Because I might as well give you guys all these kind of names, right?
Okay. Why did I think it was Rex? Anyway, never mind.
Oh, Laren Rix is one of the leaders. If you wanted to, we've got
Because I think you had said somebody was pinching earlobes, and that's usually the religious guy.
yeah, that was the old guy.
Okay, so that was the other guy, not.
No.
This is engaging. This is very engaging, people. What we'll do is we're going to take the pay. We're going to take Steve's pay, and we're going to turn it all into fate chips.
There we go. I don't know what the hiccup is, kids.
Are you putting a nickel in it? I mean, are you putting a nickel in and turning the crank on the magic fingers thing?
Trying to keep the cats on the stupid treadmill is the problem.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Stay on treadmills, you little.
Let me see. I'm going to see if I can do my best to get you. Andy froze. All right, good. What I don't know what to do is this. Do you guys have any characters you would want to have that would join Steve, like a nearby security officer, another Bajoran, for example, or one of the engineering crew, or one of the cargo crew? Don't everybody jump up at once.
I figure at least one security, one medical, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Nathaniel, do you have a favorite person you'd wanna kind of just spin up as an NPC? Destiny.
I could play a random security officer.
I like this. I'm gonna grab tokens. I'm also gonna, what I'm trying to do is get, where are you? Here's Steve. Steve, I'm gonna try and
trying to center me again.
yeah, you may have to. That's how my system's got you coming in, which is weird.
I'm dead center on my camera.
Yeah, no. Transform.
Ah,
Yeah, for some reason I've got you.
that's too much.
I've got you seriously off in this system, so I do not know what the deal is.
I will just have to shift way the hell over here.
Yeah, if you
And
could
fake-
shift way the hell over here and just fake it,
There you go.
because I do not know why that is. Apologize for that. Someone will help me
Choice.
out with that.
My comfort or your entertainment. I go for your entertainment.
Okay, that's good. All right. So what I'm going to do is grab. Oh, let me see. Yeah, let's go with Ensign Silas Core and Lieutenant Kira Voss. Okay. Nellis, you've got a couple of. You've got an ensign and a lieutenant that Laura can spare.
All right. And one of them is security, or are they both security?
They can be both security. They can be.
I was going to say one security, one medical was my.
Yeah. Nathaniel, do you have a preference for medical or security or hapless poor person?
I'm good with either since I'm already playing a medic.
Okay. I'm going to assign you. We'll assign you actual green. Lieutenant Kira Voss, seem okay to you? She's a divorcee from the Delta Vega colony, and she has a past, as they all do. Yeah.
We all have a past.
Let me see, Ensign Silas. Can someone give us 2 adjectives to describe Ensign Silas Core?
Shoot.
Sorry, it
shoots from
froze
the
at
hip.
that moment.
Shoots from the hip. Okay.
If he's security,
And
he's a ruffian.
self-entitled.
Okay, you got that? Destiny?
I'm sorry, it froze. Could
Okay.
you repeat? I'm sorry.
Ensign Silas Core. He is in security. He shoots from the hip. And you said you said what? He's a ruffian?
So yeah, my security officer is gonna fire in whatever direction he did, because yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Ensign and Lieutenant. Okay, Nells. Basically, it sounds like Alara is saying go follow up on this. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'd like him to follow up on those 2 because I don't want any more trouble back at the encampment.
Okay. You do think that there's something really weird with the kid, so a medical officer makes sense. Kira, you can decide how appropriate or inappropriate your skills are because, of course, they're just going to grab whoever's nearby. And then Silas, what was the most entertaining thing that happened to you on your last shore leave?
On mine?
On Silas's.
Silas's. Okay.
We're,
Sorry, my thing keeps cutting out tonight.
oh,
So
that's not good for any of us.
No.
Yeah, we're screwed. All right, so what I'd like to know is make up a thing that you think happened to Silas on his last shore leave that was entertaining or disturbing. Oh, that's a good one. We're getting suggestions. Now it's up to Destiny to decide if she really wants to be that silly. Thank you, Atlas, for yeeting that nice person. Any ideas?
Spilled a drink on an officer.
That officer happened to be Nellis.
Oh no.
You've been avoiding Nellis this entire trip. Now you're there. I don't know if Nellis ever even gave a crap about it, but there you go. Nellis, they're starting to move away. You don't have any sort of. You all have your standard issue phaser, tricorder, medical thing, unless you want to spend any points to get any other investigation equipment.
I don't think I'm going to need a phaser rifle for this.
Okay. Nui and Azia are going to start moving into the settlement itself, into the settlement proper, which has all the tents and some mud roads and some things like that. How are you guys approaching, or following them or whatever? What's your strategy, if any, for following them? I don't know.
Figure if we just take a casual, like we're just taking a stroll.
Okay. So you're still a relatively new site here, and what I need to know is we're going to do the old-fashioned evens or odds here. We're going to roll 5d20. Okay, what I'd like you to tell me is evens or odds, Steve.
Even.
Okay, we'll read off the first die. It is odds. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
Okay. Well, while you're strolling casually, pardon me, casually.
I know where this is going.
I know where this is going. Yeah, it's good you brought a doctor. A couple of small children, a little urchin-y kind of people, come up to you, and they're basically you're from the Federation, you're Bajoran, and so they're just basically going to make kind of the whatever the sign of the prophets is, and then also start asking about like, oh, have you brought water? Where's the water? Is there new water?
I would actually point them back to the landing pad because that's probably where we came with water.
Okay. And as you guys are doing that, Ensign Silas, could you roll 2d20 for me against a target of 14, please? And tell me how many successes you get. Hey, luck. You have a challenge? What's up?
I rolled a 17 and a 12.
All right. You got one success. And Ensign, you're seeing like one of the other kids moving toward Voss's med kit that's hanging on a strap beside her. And Voss, I think you've got for noticing stuff. We'll make that not quite your major skill. Well, actually, no, you're a hard-bitten woman from Delta Vega. So you're kind of wise to this, too. Against a 14, just roll against a 14 2 dice.
Yes.
So Voss got a 15 and a 1. So a crit on 1. But
Oh, you did get a crit?
crap on that. Crap on. I got a 1 on 1. And on the second dice, I got a 15.
Well, a crit is good too. Kira, you noticed that one of the scrubbier looking urchins that actually seems to be fairly wiry and more nimble. It's definitely what you think of as the more nimble of the kids. Is making a move toward your tricorder or toward your med kit. And you're wise to the score that's a it's looking like a pickpocket attempt. And Silas, you also are seeing that at least the kid's making a move toward it. So I don't know what you guys are going to do to this poor 8-year-old.
I'm gonna have my phaser ready, but not
Jesus.
firing. Just like hand on it.
Shoot
Like,
from the
well, the
hip.
last time I said hi to the stranger and it didn't work. So my security officer is gonna be a little smarter than to say hi to random pickpockets. I didn't say I was firing it. I just said my
Okay, your
hands
hands
on
You
moved.
it.
did say quick to draw.
It does say quick to draw. Yeah, quick to draw on things. Okay, yeah. Uh, yeah, your hand hovering over your phaser is probably your default setting.
Yes.
All right, Lieutenant Boss, what do you want to do with this kid as their hand is like going, okay, you know, because they've got that Indiana Jones look about them where they're going like this with their fingers.
Without hitting my hands, I just quickly reach over with my other hand and say, "That gets your hand broken.
Okay, as their hand goes up, it's like,
That gets you."
yep.
Yep. And it's like, "How would you like me to put you over my lap and give you a sound spanking?"
The kid looks up, scowls like there's like a little steel in those little eyes right now, and then thinks better of it and goes and starts mewling and crying. Suddenly their eyes go from steely to like in a flash the little flood, the little under flood begins.
Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Yeah, I know that. And like, I just let him go. Let him have his crying fit. Long
Okay.
walk.
Nellis, you notice that that you have someone ready to draw on the orphans, and do you even look behind you at whatever's happening? You hear a child start crying next to Lieutenant Voss.
No, because I'm pretty sure that Voss has got stuff under control.
Okay.
So I'm just going to turn to the ensign. Do you realize the amount of paperwork shooting one of these kids is going to cause? And the first officer doesn't have enough boots to stand upright when she kicks both of us upside the head. Just saying. Hand off the phaser.
I wasn't gonna do it as I put my hands slowly to my side.
I like your hand
Yeah.
starts drifting back up. All right.
Listen, despite my better judgment, keep that mean right hook of yours on stun.
All right.
That'll do just the same amount as a phaser.
Oh, it is. Oh God. Lieutenant Nells, but can you do it at a distance? Nells, I need a security and perception roll from you. And it will make this a challenge 1 task.
Wasserstein perception. Or are you saying insight plus security?
I was hoping is perception a thing? No, it's insight, isn't it?
No, perception is one of my focuses, though.
Oh, well, that's even better because you'll use that. I'm sorry, insight. Yeah, someday I'll learn the system.
2 successes.
Okay, your focus did your focus come into play or?
It didn't get me. I didn't roll anything under
Didn't
my
get good
security.
enough? Okay.
So.
All right. You do almost lose track of them. They're making because the delay of these urchins gave you a little bit of a delay diffuse thing. So what I'm going to do is try and find the village. We have not been in the village in a while. I did not realize how long it has been since we were in the village. And Patrick McGowan is over to the left. Okay, that's a deep cut for everybody who watches PBS. Let me see.
I don't need to hear him complaining he's a free man, not a number.
He's getting there. Okay. So you guys are pretty much over here. I'm going to grab, pardon me. Trying to grab my Bajorans here. Grabbing Bajorans.
They're a squirrely lot.
They're a squirrely lot. Okay. Well, you do catch at the very edge of the village, or the settlement, which isn't a big settlement anyway. You get Nui and this other little curly-headed kid that you would not know, and Isa are making their way, and they're making their way in a fairly good clip
Okay.
out the way. Let me see, what else would they do? They are going to also, well, at the very edge of this, they get to the edge of the village. I'm assuming you're like 50 feet behind them. I don't know how close.
Again, close enough that we can keep an eye on them, but not close enough that they would go. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, we're taking a casual stroll.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys pass a couple of other Starfleet, like engineering people, doing things like setting up the lights or checking the wiring, because the last one almost killed Lemuel. And when they get to the edge of the village, they go out a little further, and there seem to be some rocks out there. There's some scrub brush, which you can see. It's like standard desert scrub valley. And there's a rock, and they disappear behind a shrub, which is about the size of a minivan, and it provides pretty much concealment to them. Now, if they exit that, you'll be able to see them go in whatever direction. It's not like they're walking into a forest. Yes, sir.
We have tricorders. We can track them.
Do you want to get a lock on their biosigns to distinguish them from the rest of the horde? Okay.
Yes,
let's go with that being a 14 on your part. You just need a success on 2 dice.
Two and the 6.
All right. You've managed to
So with one success, with needing just the one success, I'll add the second one to our momentum pile.
If you want, while you're scanning them, you could get additional information about them if you wanted to do it that way.
Honestly, right now, as far as I know, they're still Bajorans. They're still. I'm probably gonna get them malnourished. They're heading in a direction. My medical tricorder can only tell me health stuff. They can't tell me anything other than that.
Well, you do get that one of them, the kid Nui, has exceptionally good health stats for an allegedly malnourished Bajoran. So he's got some he's suspiciously healthy and fit. And that's what you get just off your lockdown attempts. That doesn't use up your question.
Yeah, I'll inform the commander about that. That apparently one of the children is not as malnourished as everybody else around here.
Okay,
So there might be some hanky-panky, or there might be some deception. Should be on alert.
Yeah, there's something not right about them in the first place. All right, I guess we press on.
Okay. As you approach the shrub, they come out of the shrub, and it looks like Nui has something in his hand. It looks a lot like some sort of a pistol or weapon. I'm assuming you're not too far away, right?
No, but would a perception check help to find out what the heck they're playing with?
Yeah, that probably would be. Well, I mean, you're fairly certain it's an energy weapon of some kind. So then it's a matter of which kind. Since the prop department only had like 6 that they made up.
Right.
Let me grab you. Okay. Yeah, go ahead if you wanna hit up an insight and security.
Sure.
Probably one of your better stats.
2 successes.
Okay. It is a Cardassian hand weapon. It is a
Disruptor.
what was it called? Yeah, it's a Cardassian hand weapon. It is a
Disruptor.
civilian hand weapon, or at least it resembles one.
Okay. I don't like that.
And they'll still put holes in you.
All rates and Cardassian phasers. Love it.
Love
okay.
it. So
Okay,
he's. Sorry, go ahead.
Ensign, remember what I said about take your hand off your phaser? I rescind that command.
Keep it on stun, please.
Yes.
Heavy stun.
Phaser's on stun.
Okay.
A lot less paperwork needed for stun.
It's only less paperwork, but yeah.
There's only paperwork if we get caught.
I want that to be your value. Yes, that's a great value. This character has got a life.
Excellent.
Only bad if you get caught. Okay.
I really like.
I say to 2 higher ranking officers.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're literally hanging out here, Ensign, with a guy you spilled a drink on. I don't know if you're trying to ingratiate yourself or get put on report or both. They're gonna start heading off to the through the hills. There's kind of a path that goes up to the fruited plain, as it were, up to Jim's Victory Garden. So they'll be there. It's about a quarter, or it's about 3/4 of a mile, about a mile away, which is I don't know how many. Yeah, that's one freedom unit away. And they'll be making it there. You guys will look considerably less conspicuous or more conspicuous as you're following them on a dirt road, I'm assuming.
Would think so.
What would you like to do?
It's a good question.
Do we want to try to route them, where 2 of us go to the sides and 1 of us goes in the middle? And
We could try and flank them, but
No.
I don't think I want to play that game.
Just gonna nuke them?
If I may remind our trigger-happy security officer, we do still have them on tricorder, and we can still follow them.
Besides, I don't want to be the ones who start the shooting. Not that I want to get shot at, but I'd rather be just.
Yeah.
no.
Pew pew later, we still follow.
They pew pew, we pew pew, we all pew pew.
I'm trying to get a certain program to give me a goddamn scene here, and it's just pissing me off. Come on, you can do it. I paid money. I paid money for this. Yeah, that's good. All right. This is a little bit straighter of a path than I wanted, but it's gonna be okay. There we go. All right. Yeah. So this is that path that we were talking about. That's all wonderful. Oops. They're further up ahead. About how far? I mean, you've got the sensor lock on them, so that's no big deal. It doesn't appear that anybody is joining them. which is, I guess, a good thing. And you also see like smoke off in the distance, which you presume to be that fire that was being put out. And they're kind of headed for that.
Can we radio to the or comm to the other team?
I think that would be good. Do you guys want to do that? Oh, sorry.
A suggestion for our security and commander. Perhaps they can use their tricorder to determine if the phaser they just picked up is an active one or it's a broken one. Maybe get some tactical advantage. Tactical information.
Squirrel on the wheel died. Sorry.
Okay. We're hoping that possibly you could use your security focus tricorder to do a weapon scan.
I could do that. Let's say security.
Like,
Perception.
let's look at its reason. How about reason and security?
Okay.
You're using a machine, so the reason is your beep boop skill.
There you go. 13. 2 successes.
All right. The weapon is powered. It is. You can't really tell if it's safety on or off, but it seems to be in pretty damn good shape. Oh, okay. Redeem Jerry the Packlid. God damn it. You guys tell me these things. Or did somebody pop that into chat already?
Yeah, good devil.
No, I mean in our chat. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I popped it in the Skype chat. I was going to have him show up, but I didn't want to until you noticed.
Let me see. Pending redeems. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of a minor miracle because I have this set up. I have the redeem system, or at least I thought I did. I have it rolling through this thing. Okay, so we do have a pending redeem. That's good. Cameron, you will be that character.
All right.
Duty, Isa, and ally is in quotes, huh? Okay, this is going to be funny. God, now I've got to find a Packlid token. Anyone have a Packlid head they want to throw into chat for me?
I can quickly look for one.
Yeah, anyone who can pull that off. Basically, they are going to go. They're going on the path right now, and then they start veering off of the path, and they start going off to the left. So they're not going straight to the beaten trail, which would lead them right to the crops and the rest of the team.
Okay.
Thanks, good devil. But it looks like they're going off into the wilderness, as it were. But mostly it's just scrub.
All right. Is it possible they're headed for the so-called cave?
I would say that would not be a bad guess.
Okay.
It's north. All of them indicated some level of things up north, things about a cave, and they are still deferring to the young kid, to Nui.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Doctor,
Nui
at
is the
this-
one carrying the gun too. Sorry?
Doctor, at this range, can you actually identify races of these people? I want to make sure that they're all Bajoran.
Oh God.
Well, Doctor, sir, as far as the tricorder can tell me that they are Bajoran, but as I mentioned earlier, has eaten a little bit, has been eating on a more regular basis than the rest of the Bajorans that are in the encampment.
Well, I'm just indulging in a little Bajoran suspicion.
if I would need to get, a closer up scan to verify,
Okay.
and I have a feeling our security officer would love to exercise the itchy phaser finger.
Yeah, there'll be a
So
time for shooting, I'm sure.
if they can remember to keep it on stun, I have no objections to level 2 wide beam phaser strike.
Is there a possibility of using the security tricorder to deactivate phasers in the general vicinity?
Good question.
That's a bit of engineering.
Well, if they
no,
had,
that'd be something the two of us would know. Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm gonna go with if they were weapons that were Federation weapons that have that kind of built into them. It's sort of like a shipwide like kind of failsafe product instead of now if you were gonna do something like just like F up or jam their weapons, like I'm hearing is there a way we can trip their safety, which is kind of the next gen way of doing it. And then there's can I create some kind of a scattering field that disrupts the energy cell or something along those lines? Correct?
Yeah, I'm thinking more of like disrupting energy where no one's phaser works. That way, it's 3 Federation security officers versus 3 Bajorans. It kind of evens it out without weapons involved. It's not a good idea. It's just an
I want to get
idea.
into fisticuffs.
But what do you expect?
That's fine.
I don't know how this ensign got past Academy, but this is the
All
idea
right.
they have.
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna. Okay. Your tricorder is also picking up another. As they they're going down their path. I'm not sure you guys have not fiddled around, but you've been scanning and discussing as you've been walking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the inklings of a plan or not? I've got ideas. I heard ideas, and I'm feeling bad that I may not have picked up on you guys putting something into practice.
I want to see how much further they go.
Okay.
Keeping the tricorders going as making sure that they haven't set up an ambush or we're not about to get jumped by the Cardassian military, because that would suck.
Oh yeah, there are Cardassians wandering about the environment, aren't there? Because you guys are at least
Again,
Nathaniel is Kira keeping like kind of because she can see him? Is she keeping like an active kind of checking the scan? Just kind of glancing at the tricorder or anything as you go. And also, you were asked to make a more detailed scan just recently, right? There's an additional life form that's approaching the 3 around the corner. Or not corner, but there's that hill, and they're kind of about to go around a hill. And yeah, and you read it as pack lead.
Oh dear.
And
Commander, we have a possible new guest. My tricorder is detecting a pack lead life form.
Oh, jeez.
Adult.
roly poly.
According to this, is iron. He has iron deficiency, but looks like it's a touch of arthritis in the knees. That could just be from walking around here for a while. And
Look for things that keep our inflammation down.
Well, I mean, we do have an analgesic cream that might work on that, but that's back at the thing. I think if I read this right, he just ate, what the hell's it called? Hasprat.
What? Oh, I like he has a Hasperat
Too spicy.
sandwich in his hand. Cameron, is there a good way to side channel you?
You could probably Discord.
Okay, I'm going to Discord you because you may have a few things that you need to know. If I can find you. Oh, God damn it! I'm in whatever mode that doesn't let me see people's names.
I'll pop you a message.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay, I just typed in like 18 words that may make sense at some point. Okay, you guys are close enough to hear something. Jerry, what's the first words out of your mouth to these new people that you've never seen before?
Hey, Federation. I'm Jerry. I look for things.
Okay,
I need help.
You're talking to
Your help.
You're talking to the three Bajorans.
Oh, I'm not talking to. I was
No,
gonna yell
you're
past
meeting
to
them
the
on the other side of the
Federation.
hill. You've just bumped into them, coming
okay.
back, and they're going out. You're coming back.
Hello, I'm Jerry. Do you have rocks? I look for things. I need nice rocks.
Nui just brings up the disruptor, and and says, "Who are you?"
I'm Jerry, the Packlid. I look for things. Nice rocks. Gems, minerals.
Uh-oh.
I came here to crop dust your crops.
Nui's like saying, where did you find these rocks?
I look for them. I find them. Sometimes I trade for them. I ask for help. They give me rocks.
Nui is going. Issa is going to go. You know, he's too dangerous to leave alive. And Nui starts raising his disruptor at you. Has a very happy glint in his eye. And obviously, Packlids do have a very strong survival instinct. What do you do?
How far away from him am I?
You're about, like, let's go 20 feet. Like, you guys were, like, they turned the corner. You were, you know, toddling along with your sandwich.
I'm going to take a big bite of my sandwich because I'm starving. And then I'm gonna roll on my roly-poly Packlid body and try to like bowl him over.
You're gonna charge him?
Kind of like a sideways barrel roll.
It's 20. That's 20 feet away.
Thrown and then,
Yeah.
well, but Packlids, you know, we don't always judge a distance very well. I'm gonna try to roll and like knock him over, kind of like a bowling ball, only sideways.
Okay, I'm good. Let's see. Let's let Jerry roll against a 9 on that.
Okay.
You need a bunch of successes, trust me.
Okay, can
No, they
Jerry
haven't-
spend, since he's a quote ally, can he spend momentum?
Only if the rest of the crew agrees to that. I'll give
I kind of
Jerry.
want to see where this goes.
I'm going to give Jerry 4 points of just fucking around personal momentum. I'm going to
Okay.
steal a
I
second
don't know
edition
if he
rule and
needs
give him
that
personal momentum. Because I do want to see where it goes, but I'm also not going to take the rest of you down with it because it's...
All right. Well, he's going to spend 3 momentum to get 2 extra dice. So you'll be rolling 4 dice.
Okay. While you guys are working on that, you guys see the 3 Bajorans, and then they're arguing with something that you presume to be a pack lead out of sight. You know, it's like there's the hill, and you know they're facing up the hill, and whoever it is on the other side, hidden from your view. So you have no idea what Jerry's doing. Are you all just watching to see how this plays out? Because you see Nui raise the disruptor, raise the phaser.
I put my tricorder away, reach into my other pocket, pull up my phaser, set it on stun.
Let's move a little closer where we can see all this fun that's about to happen.
Okay. I don't think you guys are you doing anything in terms of you're not skulking from shrub to shrub, right? You're just gonna roll up on them.
No, I would presume that their attention is full on the packlet.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
So
Okay. Let's see.
I asked the security officer, could you wing one of them with a rock right at this, maybe distract them?
I think they're distracted enough. I don't think we need to wing any of them.
Away from the pack.
Besides, we can wing them.
I like
That's
the
not a
idea
problem.
that the ensign. Have you already got the rock in your hand after hearing throw something at him, and you just were.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is like having like I'm going to pick up the rock, but I'm slowly looking at the officer like, can I do it?
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. It's not going to be any more or less paperwork than shooting the guy with the phaser set on stun. So,
And,
Yeah, I'm holding a rock now.
You might have made it through the rapid program after Wolf 359.
Yeah, I don't know how this ensign made it through. They are, yeah.
Starfleet seems to have a lot of. There's a lot of manpower questions I have.
He's just on the Mako track.
Yeah, it's on the Mako.
there you go.
Okay, so you got a rock and you got a phaser. So I'm waiting to see which one is going to happen. You guys do roll up. You see Jerry beginning this comedic barrel roll. What you gonna do? And I'm gonna say he's got some kind of a focus in some form of hand-to-hand combat.
It's called Pack Fu.
Pack Fu? Oh
There you
God,
go.
I get threat for that.
It's all about barrel rolls.
Okay.
Pack Fu. It's belly flops if you're combating from the air, and it's barrel rolls on dry ground.
Oh boy.
Okay. You're gonna anyway. I started blasting according to Good Devil.
Was that a redeem that he's supposed to say, or just
No.
okay?
No, there's no way. They've done enough damage. Chat's done enough damage for tonight.
Okay. All right. So, am I rolling?
And barrel rolling. Yes, please go ahead.
Yep. All right. 4 dice.
You'll crit on a 3, 1, 2, or 3.
Well, I rolled 1 3, and then the others are a 16, a 15, and a 12.
You suck. So you got 1 3, which is 2 points. Okay, now I'm gonna see what the burn him down roll is.
Watch out below.
I think the fact that you yelled it before you did it significantly reduced your success, which is why this happened. Let me see. He's going to be rolling 2 dice. He's got a whacking thing skill of about 12. Okay, well he rolled. Let's say he rolled 3 successes to your 2. Right? Because you pulled 2.
I rolled 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So he basically does have that 1 point over on you. So he will. Let's go. Man, how hilarious do we want this to be? Okay, we're just going to do a match for damage. Because you're an NPC, maybe you better have a good exit line. Evens or odds, Cam?
Evens.
Okay, if you match, it's good news. All right. He basically pack-led strong. So basically, he does hit you with his disruptor, but it is on medium to light stun for some reason. And you just shrug it completely off.
We are strong.
Okay. You guys have seen this all happen. I think you're in range now. You've seen them basically like take a pot shot at Jerry. Jerry is still 10 feet away. He didn't even get close to him.
And still rolling.
You still rolling?
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep on keeping on.
Keep on trucking? Okay.
I'm just
I do not
picturing
want
him
to.
like
Oh, sorry,
I do
Destiny.
not
Go.
want to.
I'm like picturing him rolling on the ground as like he's like phasering the ground.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that actually is like a weird evasion. Nathan?
I do not want to deny our security officer the chance to shoot somebody, but I'm going to phaser one of the followers that are not armed just
Okay.
into stun.
Okay,
I think
Nels,
I'll take the old lady.
I'm gonna blast an old lady in the back.
I'm gonna look at him and hold my rock up like I was ready.
Um,
You got two others.
Nels, how are you
What are you
doing?
waiting for?
What do you want to do, Nels?
I'm gonna shoot the kid with the phaser.
All right,
Kid who's shooting the phaser with my phaser.
with your phaser. Okay. Any shouts of warning? Anything like that?
I threw a rock. I don't know if I threw it
that-
at anyone or near them.
Does it have like a UFP logo on it or anything to let them know it's a Federation rock?
Just a rock. Just a really big freaking boulder.
But we
The
will,
biggest thing I can hold in one hand.
we will put a memo in. We should have some way of putting a logo on a rock so we can throw it.
Yes.
I got hit with a
I'm gonna
Federation
start
rock. Damn
phasering
right.
in our UFP on the rocks.
It's painted dark
Just throw your
blue.
combat so much easier. Just like fling it. Might hit the carotid. Might just like whack inside the head and like ooh cool.
Oh God. Okay, yeah, and also someone did say the magic harp flop was what the Packlid did. I think that was the suggestion for the maneuver.
Excellent.
Oh dear God. Okay. Well, let's start blasting. Nobody's going to say anything. Drop your weapons. Okay. Let's go with what happened. I got a doe coming out of somebody in chat.
I put a suggestion in just to add a little more chaos.
What the hell suggestion do you have? You're on this side, bro.
I know it's something that might happen.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do this, but it's going to cost me threat. I will do it, but it's, I like it. It's a great suggestion. Thanks for doing it. Nels, you're about ready to like open up on everybody and your communicator goes off. And I will have Cameron play the first officer report. How's it going?
Lieutenant Talis, status report on those Bajorans.
Hold, please.
Okay.
Standing by.
I'm just gonna have the
Standing by.
I'm just gonna have the entire side do it. You guys basically need to get 2 successes each to hit at a distance. I think Kira, you had a 14. Silas also has a 14 to hit. Nellis, you've got whatever control.
I got a 14 and a focus. So
Okay.
Can I do the rock and then use my focus of shoot first at it was no what was it?
Shoot
We
from
only
the
put out
hip.
paperwork.
Shoot from
to
the
rock.
hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick
I do
draw,
like
quick
shoot from the
draw.
hip, which means that what we'll do is we'll resolve your action first, and then you can throw the rock afterward because you get a little excited. And I like the idea that you got either one. You're going to be either shooting or throwing with your offhand. So I like the idea. I keep looking over here. Sorry, guys. It puts back in my head to you. Yeah, go ahead and just Do your shooting a phaser first, and anybody who's got sound effects, you're completely welcome to go nuts. Throw 2 dice, and please don't make them 20s.
Where's my stupid sound effect thingy? Bloody hell.
How we do, Destiny?
I rolled a 4 and a 6.
Damn. I would say that was a square hit. You were aiming
Interesting
at
sounding rock.
Yeah, no, she got the phaser first, and then the rock.
Now I'm rolling the rock.
Yeah,
or?
I don't know what the rock's gonna sound like. Yeah, it'll sound like a
I
track.
rolled a 9 and an 8.
Yeah, go ahead and you basically got no. Kira had the old lady, right? You're gonna shoot the little kid.
Right, I'm shooting the kid with the phaser.
I was aiming the kid.
You're shooting the little kid?
I was aiming for no.
Curly haired little
one
kid,
with
right?
phaser.
This one?
I can aim for whoever. I thought I was aiming for the kid with the phaser.
Oh, you can double cover him, but let's pretend you aren't.
Okay, I'm not. I'm aiming for the little kid then.
Okay. Oh, and then you throw the rock,
Yeah.
and we'll do that instead. Okay. Throw another 2 dice and see what happens.
Yeah, I got a 9 and an 8 on those dice.
Okay. Yeah, you basically stunned him, and then the rock hits him, bounces up, and hits him.
Okay.
So you now have bleeding. But so she goes down, and one of the things that happened was you do hear a loud crack when you hit him with the rock.
Oh, good thing we have a doctor.
And then what I want to do is, Kira, why don't you drop the old lady?
Okay, because I got a nat 1 shooting a disruptor boy.
Okay, Disruptor Boy is definitely gonna have some issues. How'd old lady do? Oh, she's out. She's done. Okay, and then Nellis, you got a nat 1. How many successes overall did you get?
2.
2. Okay. I mean, you hit him with stun, right?
Yes.
You certainly hit him with stun, and he's still standing.
That's not good.
And let me see, what are we gonna do? No, he got hit. He sees the other 2 people fall, and then now he's got like a bowling ball coming at him, and you guys behind him. So now, who's the bigger freaking threat at this point? Okay, Destiny, why don't you pick evens or odds?
Evens.
Okay, well, the good news is he's not aiming at you anymore. The pack lead is really close. Cameron, do you want to make a 9 on it? You've got personal.
Well, I guess I could. I only have 1 left, so I guess I'll buy 1 die and make it 3.
And at this point, we're going to give him pack lead determination too. He has to come up with some kind of a saying.
Okay. Oh boy.
No,
Well,
do not do that. Do not do that. Just roll the dice.
Okay. A 3, a 5, and an 11.
Okay, the 3 and the 5 actually work. Yeah, because you had a 9. Despite me giving you the worst rolls in the world. Okay, he rolled 3 dice as well. Ties are going to go to the non-GM control character. So basically, you do make it past him, and while he tries to evade, you manage to like glom into him as he fires, and misses you. So yeah, you knocked over this guy.
10 pin strong.
So you guys finally see the pack lead in whatever they've knocked over Nui. Isa and Sochi are out. And I don't know quite. Now I think it's player's turn. Nellis and the gang.
Okay, so is Nui incapacitated or is he just
He's knocked down. Not knocked down. Looks angry, and he didn't get enough to do any. It was a tie, so it just meant he got disrupted rather than actually injured. So he got knocked off his pins for the moment.
all right? Well, in lieu of not wanting to shoot the, as far as I know, innocent pack lad, let's not start shooting at him. I
Can
think-
we like go forward a little bit? Cause
Yeah. Let's approach with caution.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you're all out of rocks, Ensign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, I might also be a little shook because this is the first time, like, oh, I actually bloodied the kid. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh.
Maybe I should have used the phaser.
Maybe go get the phaser. Let me
Oh.
worry about the blood. That's
Yeah,
kind of what
Doctor, why don't you take care of the little kid?
And Commander, don't forget the first officer is waiting for your report. See ya. And I hurry away.
That's true.
While he's laying down on the ground, can I like aim my phaser at him and just be like, "Don't move"?
Which one? The
Nui.
well, Nui's.
Disruptor.
You're not quite up to Nui. If you want to be, that would be great. You're going to rush up on Nui. Nellis, are you going to take the call at all or not?
Yeah. It looks like things are under control.
Okay, and then I'll get to Kira when she's next. What I'm going to do is have Nellis, you do your chat with the commander or the first officer. Then we'll have Kira. Then we'll have Silas. Okay, go ahead. You can talk to each other if you want.
All right. Sorry about that. Number one, we had to deal with a little bit of, one of these kids has a Cardassian disruptor.
Cardassian in the hands of a
And,
Bajoran.
As far as I know, he's Bajoran, but apparently he's 10 times healthier than the rest of them, and he took phaser stun and kept going, which leads me down some other ugly paths. But we wouldn't have gotten this opportunity without don't even know where the hell this guy came from, though. He was a packlet. I didn't know they could, do that they could fight. Kind of like watching that movie Kung Fu Panda. Kind of scary.
I don't know much about the Packlets, but yeah, I guess they must be able to fight. Somehow they became spacefaring people, so.
This is true.
And they're certainly not diplomats, and they're not really sharp enough to do things the Vulcan way. So I'm guessing they must, at some level, be able to clobber people.
It was interesting to watch. But
Well, make sure you take care of
apparently-
those people, because we don't want them. If we've made any kind of errors in combating with them, we don't want to, have it come back on us. So, kind of keep them under control, but treat them with some medical care.
Okay.
I gotta find out why he's here.
All right.
Anyway.
Nathan, how's I sent you a side channel on Kira. The child is heavy stunned. He's fine. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! No.
Oh man,
Well,
this is
no.
not Starfleet. This is not the Starfleet way.
Well,
Well, maybe it is. Okay, so what happens is It's a kind of a typical malnourished Bajoran, about 9 years old. He is, other than suffering from the effects of a phaser stun, seems fine. And then Nathaniel, you'll just have to describe what you're going to do next, or what you found, or what you're not finding, and you can just report back to the group, however it is Kira wants to report it back.
Okay. So as I get over, I put away my phaser on safe mode, just in case something happens. Pull out my medical tricorder, do a quick scan. Ooh, look, here's a tool. I find the engineer's tool. I'm like, Ensign, you'll want to take this. Might be dangerous to them. It's an engineering thing. I'm a doctor. Find out that he's just heavily he's stunned. He's malnourished. I'm like, are you sure he's unconscious? And while the instance distraction, numbing agent right into the leg, so it simulates that the kid can't use it for about a couple hours.
I do like that as a
Punishment.
that's kind of clever. I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with. I don't know. I'll give this NPC, who will definitely never see again, a point of personal momentum just for the hell of it. Or you as a player, actually, Nathaniel, you as a player, get a point of momentum to use on whatever character you happen to be using. And just because, to piss off Good Devil, you can carry that over into his game.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to get back to me, because I did a little training in his game, and he still hasn't gotten back to me with what benefits I get off that.
Okay, well, I think that you get an extra bonus now on top of it, so he can fight me. We were thinking about, as an aside, we were considering having floating points by players, so that players, when they moved around, would actually be able to take a boon with them, or a negative, or a curse they could take with them to another game, and it would be up to the referee to deal with it. So far, I have not got the votes in my HMO, or my home. What is it called? HMOs. Yeah.
But to carry on with
Okay.
what the commander said, I will go over to the healthier child, give him at least a full scan to find out what's going on. Why is he so healthy? Why is he so fit?
Yep. For a second, though, we'll have to pause on that. I mean, while you're taking care of Soshi, now it's Silas's turn, because Nui is still up and running during this time when you're working on your person. I know that. We're just doing that as simultaneous action. Okay, Silas, you're making a grab at Nui, or what are you doing to deal with the kid?
Is he on the ground still?
He's scrambling to get up. He's got his phaser. He looks pissed.
So before he can aim the phaser, I am imagining him holding it to the ground, but he can't actually aim it yet. I'm just gonna point my phaser at him. Don't not say anything else. See if I am intimidating enough to get him to don't.
I mean, you look like an Instagram guy, so you could use your Instagram mean face. You look like an AI generated Instagram guy. Let's go with. Let's roll against a target of 11 to see how well you do.
Okay. Oh, God. 19 and 18. That's not good.
Basically, because you're trying to intimidate him, and his whole visage changes when you try and pull that on him. And this... Okay, well, a real cruel look comes into his eyes. And you haven't seen that look since basically basic training, when you had one of the Philosians as your drill instructor. or whatever the creature that was Bem, whoever those were. This is a really sadistic look. And let me see. I'm going to try this. He's going to need 3 successes to do this. And he does not get them. He does swing the phaser. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't swing the phaser up at you. He basically just holds his hand up, and some sort of a wave of energy comes out of his hand. But because he's still trying to right himself, it blows by you, but it is extremely hot.
After a few expletives,
Meanwhile, Lieutenant Voss has her claymore out, and she's ready to go.
I'm gonna back up and what the hell, kid?
Okay, Nellis, what do you? Because you're right, Nellis, you're right there. Kira, you'll be feeling that as you finish up. You're going to feel this. What the hell? And a wave of heat go by. Nellis, what are you thinking?
Yeesh.
You can start putting 8 and 25 together as a Bajoran, by the way.
I'm sorry?
You can start putting 2 and 2 together as a Bajoran, suspecting
Okay.
what you might be dealing with.
Yeah,
Or it's cementing it in.
I'm guessing this is a bit of a supernatural creature, otherwise he wouldn't have shrugged off phaser fire so easily. And now he's casting fireball at us, basically.
Yeah.
Wondering what we can do to remedy that.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Federation Starship Enterprise. GO.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll
Not
work.
now, Captain. That's a good question. I don't know if they have that stuff from.
I'm just literally kidding because, yeah, I did some looking up and you guys might have better ideas than I do. I will play it by what I've seen in the show and also knowing TPKs are not great. However, 2 of you are playing expendable characters, so don't get attached.
Oh dear.
I'm not attached. I'm just grabbing my phaser
I'm
and
getting ready.
anyways, started blasting.
Yeah, Nels, what do you? I mean, you're being confronted with this. Are you gonna like hesitate? Do you want to take a pass maneuver or anything like that, or a stun, or
Well,
how do you
like I
want
said,
to?
my character is not too strong on his Sunday school stuff, so he only knows the basics about paw wraiths. You know, like prophet's good, paw wraiths, nope.
Nope.
So I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, we could up the stun dosage on the phaser, but I don't know if that's going to have any long-term effects.
I'd like to heavy sedation the kid's body.
That's what I
I'm
was
afraid
thinking.
of heavy sedation. You tried phaser.
We
you might
tried
be blocked.
phaser, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, that was like a deep cut. We're just having jokes here at the table because we don't care. We're just making jokes about who's going to get to be named Ezra and bring their next character in and call them Ezra next. All right, Kira, you're gonna kind of make a go at him. I take it to try and do the medical officer leap of attack. Okay, J. Ray, what are you doing? Because also Nui is not paying attention to you now because he's pissed off at these other people.
Jerry's gonna run up to the back of Nui and stick out its belly in a big belly attack, Packlet style. He's gonna try to knock him over with a belly bang or whatever.
Okay, so this is the big guy shoving contest.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Is
It's
what I'm
like
hearing?
the big guy,
Is that like ESPN 2 or something, or 23 or something, where they have all these odd
It's-
sports?
Yeah, it's belly exports.
Belly exports. Okay. Well, he's got. Let's go with he's got a 9, but he has a 4 in his critical range.
All right. I'm out of personal momentum,
Yeah.
so I'm just rolling 2
And basically a 19 or 20 for your failures,
for my fail.
because it's ridiculous looking. I want
Ooh,
you to.
sweet. I got the spectrum. I rolled a 3 and a 19.
Yes, that is exactly what I needed to have happen. Yeah, you got a piece of Nui from behind. You shoved him over. You tipped him over.
Ha!
And I'm gonna go with because I really hate pets. As he goes down, he is going to unload that phaser into you, which he's not yet taken off of light stun because you guys haven't given him a chance to do it. So I'm gonna see if he can actually just get you in any good way. Okay, and then evens or odds, Cam?
It's this time.
Okay, it's evens. He does manage to basically just put it into what would be considered vital or sensitive on a pack lead.
Okay. He
Your
takes a
choice
shot.
or group, What does he shoot you at?
I was going to say he hits me in those big bushy eyebrows.
Okay, I like the idea that you just burn your eyebrows off.
They have a bunch of little nerve endings in them that nobody knows about, that the Packlets keep secret.
Okay, so
It's sort of like Umox, but instead they rub eyebrows.
So the GM basically spent threat on not everybody keeps their genitals in the same place, Captain Kirk.
pretty much. I kind of like that. I'm good with that. Yeah, he basically, Jerry, that light stun.
Packlet howl.
Sorry?
Jerry lets out a Packlet howl. Oh!
Just falls flat on his back.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that because Packlids are either ridiculous or sinister as hell, usually at the same time. So he does fall over. I'm going to put you into stun condition just because. Kira, while the kid is distracted, let's do the, this ain't the first person you've had to Narcam or roofie in a medical hurry. Let's go 14 or less. All you need is 1 success to succeed in the attack.
I'm not roofing him because that can make it a whole lot worse. I am tranquilizing him.
Heavy. Okay. Heavy. You saw
tranquilizer.
what he shrugged off, and you pretty much got it. Okay.
Quickly up the dose. Higher. Time to kill him.
I like the idea of it gives you a warning. It says, no, you don't. Moving on.
The AI in the hypo says, no, that would kill him. Dude, he's not human. He's not.
Literally, he's unconscious.
Okay.
Pumped almost the whole pharmacy into him.
Yes. I will say that it goes into him, and he just gives you this most horrific of looks and swings the disruptor, tries to swing the disruptor around at you, levels it, and then collapses. So it was a near run thing because anything short of everything would have not worked. He goes down, and this is where we can halt for the evening. If that's okay with everybody, even if it's not.
You got the disruptor, and then Ensign, this is yours. Trophy, Ensign.
Trophy.
There you
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a kind of a nice disruptor. You probably get maybe some clues off of it. We don't know. But either way, what I want to say is everybody thanks. What I want to do is go quickly around the group and find out for next week, either personal or professional things that what would you like to have happen next week? Destiny, what do you got plans for?
Well, Ensign Silas is gonna have a lot of paperwork to do, so hopefully Azara gets back in the game for something medical, maybe heat-related injuries.
Okay. And then Steve just vanished on us again. Nathaniel, what would you like to see happen next week after this? Or next session, I should say. I apologize.
Well, if Praetor comes back, hopefully he'll put out the fires as best he can. For Ula, got everybody who needed it at least stabilized and ready for evac.
Okay.
As for Voss, just find out a little bit of information and get the parties involved. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm a doctor. I'm not security. I'm not command.
All right.
Oh, the commander's getting shit for this.
And then, Cameron, what would you like to have happen? What do you think should happen next week?
All right. Well, Jerry's going to have to come up with a cover story because the Packlids are very loath to give out information about their eyebrows. So he's going to have to come up with a story for why he went down. So he'll make it up in typical Packlid fashion. And as far as my actual character, Melkor would like to examine the stuff that the fire was agitating in the soil. So he's really curious to see what that is and if it's having an effect on the crops.
Okay. And let me see. I don't know if Steve is coming back, so we're going to proceed as if he's not making it back. And what I want to say is, everybody, hey, thank you. Remember, it is Subtober. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Working off a different system now. Let's see if that works.
Well, we have your. I'm going to go with it's your dad using the facing camera view.
Yeah, well, that's I had to switch to my iPad.
Yeah.
So
It's a good. Actually, I'm going to say it's a really good image. It's a really good quality image. Not going to deny that. What I do want to ask is, what do you think should happen next week? Either to your characters or to the overall story. What are your hopes, dreams, wishes?
I still want to get to that bloody cave.
Okay.
And if no one else has laid claim to Disruptor Boy's energy weapon, I will take a hold of that.
Okay.
Give me that.
Kira may have accidentally grabbed it, but I think that you can keep Ensign Silas from shooting himself with it, because now he's making finger guns with both of them. It looks like.
That's fine. That's fine.
Anyway, folks, thank you so much for doing this. Remember, it is subscription September or whatever that is. So if you could subscribe, but definitely please follow us or visit our Discord. Those are all great things you can do to support us. We're doing this because we're actually having fun, but it doesn't hurt to have numbers, because numbers help us know if we're having fun or not, I guess.